And after a month-long political disagreement, the city of Del Mar is once again talking about affordable housing on the Del Mar Fairgrounds.
So yesterday, the Fairgrounds Board voted to resume negotiations and also try to work together on several critical issues, not only the affordable housing, but also a seasonal train platform right there at the fairgrounds.
Our KUSI's Dan Plante has been following these issues and joins us live with the latest developments. Good evening, Dan. So these talks resume.
Yes, and the trains resumed too. See that one go by? Timing was right. Yeah, so last week we talked about the fact that there was sort of a breakup between the Fairgrounds Board members and the city of Del Mar. It was because something that the mayor of Del Mar said about relocating the train tracks suggested that maybe a tunnel under the fairgrounds would be a good place to go. Well, the fairgrounds opposed that, and when those words came out, the fairgrounds said, hey, guess what? If you want a tunnel under the tracks, we're backing off on talks for your affordable housing. If you change your mind, we'll get back to the table. Well, they changed their mind, and now it's back to the table. Got a chance to catch up with the mayor of Del Mar earlier today and also talk with someone from the fairgrounds about what all of this means. Take a look.
The roar from the crowd.
When you think of the Del Mar Fairgrounds, the first thing that comes to mind is horse racing. Then, of course, there's the San Diego County Fair. But in the years to come, it's looking more and more likely that the fairgrounds will also be home to affordable housing.
This is very good for Del Mar and, in my view, for the fairgrounds to start talking again about housing.
For a while there, the talks were canceled after a political disagreement over the relocation of the train tracks. The Fairgrounds Board of Directors opposed any plan that would tunnel underneath the property, and the mayor wanted to keep that open. Now that the tunnel is off the table, both sides are talking again.
What this means is that Del Mar has the door open again to the potential for having housing at the fairgrounds.
For the city of Del Mar, building affordable housing at the fairgrounds would not only provide permanent shelter for low-income workers, but also allow them to keep pace with the state-mandated housing goals.
So we've been talking about up to 61 affordable, lower-income units, all of them. So that's 100% affordable. And it would be a project that would be on fairgrounds property. It would need anywhere from 1 acre to 2 acres.
Among the possibilities, the city would get much-needed housing and promise to support the fairgrounds with their pet project, something they've been working on for years, a seasonal train platform that stops at the edge of the fairgrounds.
The platform will be right at the edge sort of our property right there, so kind of closer to us than the bridge is currently. And so that would allow people to come straight to the San Diego County Fair, straight to horse racing, straight to other events. It would be special events only. It's not going to stop there all the time.
As of today, the platform and the new bridge are almost paid for, about $300 million already earmarked for that project. Still a mystery? What would the housing look like on the fairgrounds, and where would all that money come from?
So 2 years ago, the per unit projected cost was about $700,000 to $750,000. Well, you multiply that by 61, and that's a $45 million project for 61 units of affordable housing. So will this happen? We hope. How will this happen? That remains to be seen.
Very good. And it's not going to happen anytime soon, of course. The 5 different routes that SANDAG chose to move the tracks off the coast, it's going to be like 5 years until the environmental studies and all the different studies are completed. 2030 probably is the year that will come in. So there's plenty of time for the city of Del Mar and the fairgrounds to kind of get things together. But again, right here, that is the bridge, that is the trestle that will be replaced. The $300 million's there. And that is the location where the Del Mar Fairgrounds wants that seasonal platform. And quite honestly, it makes a lot of sense. If you got the train going by the fairgrounds anyway, why not put a platform there with a temporary stop so everybody can hop on the train and go to the races, or hop on the train and go to the fair or the concerts or whatever it is. So it looks like the platform and the train and the whole removing the bridge and all that is going to move forward. As for the affordable housing component of all of this, they're going to have to sit down and seriously talk about a lot of issues that comes with building 61 units on a fairgrounds property. So at least they're talking. They got together. They're agreeing on some things, and let's hope that they can keep it that way. Looks like the clouds are moving in again, you guys. Throw it back to you.
Rain is on the way.
I like your idea, but maybe next year they might have a 6th option. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, you never know. Don't give them any ideas.
Well, they had 16 for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 16 different options for a while. Then they narrowed it down to 3. Then they narrowed it up to 5, and that's the 5 that we're dealing with right now. And none of those 5 is talking about putting a tunnel underneath the fairgrounds, much to the joy of the Fairgrounds Board members, for sure.
All right, Dan, great reporting
thanks.
tonight. Thank you.